The transfer window is now in full swing, and whilst the attention may be on the contract situation of Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, there is still other things going on around the club. In today's video, we have some huge Liverpool transfer news as an official offer is imminent. We will go over this full story, all whilst going over all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video, but first hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. This video is sponsored by Clothing. Clothing is a Liverpool clothing site owned by match-going fans. Each design is limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Anfield, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. As stated, each design is limited edition, and if a product is showing out of stock, they will not be restocking the item, so if you have your eye on something, grab it fast. Lastly, Clothing wants fellow Reds to be 100% satisfied with their orders, so if there is a reason you're not happy, they will refund you with no questions asked. Head over to clothing.com or down into the link in the description to get all of your Liverpool merchandise. Anyway, let's get back into today's video. Before we get into the imminent offer, in other transfer news, Liverpool are said to hold a keen interest in Nottingham Forest midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White, whose relatively low-earning contract expires in 2027. Gibbs-White has been one of the top performers in a Forest side that is proving the surprise package of this season's Premier League under Nuno Espirito Santo. Ahead of their clash with the midfielders' former side Wolves on Monday night, they sit third in the Premier League, 9 points behind Liverpool, having both played 19 games. It is an impressive achievement, and it should come as no surprise that Gibbs-White's performances are attracting suitors. Liverpool are among the clubs to hold a keen interest in the 24-year-old, according to the Mail's Tom Colomos, with Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Man City also mentioned. Gibbs-White's contract is due to expire in 2027, meaning he will only have 2 years left in the summer and would be in prime position for his current club to cash in. But Forest's priority is to agree a new contract with their number. 10 not yet among the club's highest earners, on around £60,000 per week, considerably less than Chris Wood on £100,000 a week. Do not be surprised if there are inquiries for Gibbs-White this month, and even if no official bid is presented, that interest will not wane unless the player commits his future to Forest, Colomose writes. Whether Liverpool would be among those clubs to check on the England midfielder's availability remains to be seen, though it is likely they could be in the market for a player of his profile in the future. Forest are said to value Gibbs-White at well in excess of the £47.5 million fee received when they sold Brennan Johnson to Tottenham in 2023, and it is noted that they turned down a £50 million offer for Anthony Elanga last summer. If he stays on the same contract, however, Forest's bargaining power would reduce, which could open Liverpool up for a move. Gibbs-White is a hard-working, versatile midfielder who most often plays as a number 10 for Nuno's Forest, which would lend himself to the most advanced role in Arne Slot's three-man unit. But he is also capable of operating as a number 8, a deep-lying midfielder, and even on the right wing. Colomos adds that Gibbs-White's football mentality, train hard, play hard, demand more from your teammates, overcome setbacks, is at the elite level, and this would no doubt endear to Slot and his staff. Liverpool are likely to consider offers for midfielders Wataru Endo and Tyler Morton in the summer transfer window. In the huge Liverpool transfer news, a Premier League club are planning an improved offer for Liverpool youngster Ben Doak, while the Reds have been linked with signing an England international. Doak is currently on loan at Middlesbrough and he has impressed there, picking up 6 assists in 21 championship appearances. The young Scot has been the subject of plenty of interest of late, however, and Sky Sports report that Crystal Palace are considering an improved bid of over £20 million. The Eagles have already had 2 offers turned down by Liverpool, who want £30 million for the winger. The Reds are happy to see Doak stay at Borough for the rest of the season before making a decision about his future in the summer, but you sense all this noise is not for nothing. The update also claims that Ipswich are discussing internally whether to go back in for the 19-year-old, who is evidently a wanted man. In some other news, Arne Slot insists Ibrahima Konate was ready to play for the full 90 minutes on his immediate return from injury, despite visibly tiring against Man United. Konate made something of a surprise start as Liverpool hosted Man United on Sunday, having spent the previous 5 weeks out and only returning to training on Friday. But the Frenchman partnered Virgil van Dijk in the 2-2 draw at Anfield and largely impressed, though he clearly tired towards the end of the game. That tiredness showed as Amad Diallo equalised late on, with Trent Alexander-Arnold often exposed at right back, with his centre-back seemingly not 100%. Asked in his post-match press conference why he chose Konate over Jarell Quansah, Slot simply replied, because he was fit. The head coach insisted that his number, 5, felt ready to start, saying, if he wouldn't, then we wouldn't have started him, then he doesn't start with us. However, as Slot continued, he effectively confirmed that Konate will not start against Tottenham in Wednesday night's Carabao Cup semi-final, opening the door for Quansah to return to the side. The moment he starts to train with the team, he's fit again, he explained. It's not to say he can immediately play 2 games in a week, but he can definitely play 90 minutes then, like he showed today. Like you saw, except for the first game when I chose Quansah, all the other games when Ibu was fit, he started. That's the answer, I think, to your question. The moment he's fit, he can start. But if you've been out for such a long time, it's difficult to immediately then play 2 games a week. It would not come as a surprise if he doesn't play on Wednesday, but he played today for 90 minutes, and I think he showed in that 90 minutes that he was ready to play. Slot can be expected to make changes in midweek despite the stakes riding on Liverpool's trip to North London, though perhaps fewer than in previous rounds. With League Two side Accrington Stanley visiting Anfield in the FA Cup third round at the weekend, it is that tie that will likely see more squad players rotated in. Nevertheless, at least one alteration is all but confirmed, with Quansah the most likely candidate to step in for Konate, unless Slot saw enough from Wataru Endo last time out in the Cup, of course. Lastly, Naby Keita will officially join Hungarian side Ferencváros on loan later this month and will be joined by another ex-Liverpool player as his manager. In a Liverpool connection few could have predicted, Keita will be managed by Robbie Keane in the Hungarian top flight this season. The midfielder is set to complete his loan move from Werder Bremen on January 15th when the transfer window opens in Hungary, but he has already begun training with his new teammates. Keane was appointed head coach of Ferencváros on Monday and will join his new squad for a mid-season training camp in Spain on Tuesday. There, they will take on German side Preußen Münster and Polish outfit Piast Gliwice in 2 warm-up friendlies before resuming their campaign proper away to Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League on January 23rd. It is Keane's second managerial job since retiring as a player in 2018, having previously taken charge of Israeli side Maccabi Tel Aviv before departing in June due to growing tensions in the country. The 44-year-old has also held assistant roles with the Republic of Ireland national team, Middlesbrough and Leeds. Ferencváros are currently second in the Nemzeti Bajnokság, a point-off leaders Puskás Akadémia FC, with a game in hand with their next league game coming against MTK Budapest on February 1st. Keane's coaching staff at Ferencváros will include ex-Stoke throw-in specialist Rory Delap, as well as ex-Middlesbrough analyst Phil Hudson. Keita has courted controversy since his release by Liverpool in 2023, finding himself frozen out at Werder Bremen, having allegedly refused to travel for a fixture after learning he would be on the bench. His move to Ferencváros came out of the blue and serves as an attempt to revive his career, which he will hope can be boosted by working with Keane. That brings us to the end of today's video. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily Liverpool content. Thank you.